Well, hey y'all, this is Byron Matthews and I'm with Smoky Mountain Group, and just want to talk to you today about how we can potentially serve you and your needs as you get on Medicare. So Smoky Mountain Group, our company, we've been in business together for 26 years, my wife Martha and I have two assistants, Jody and Jessica, super great at what they do, licensed insurance agents. They know the business, they can help you, and they'll be part of our process as we get you rolling. But we want to cover a few things today about the basics of Medicare and your choices and how we can best help you with all this. Because I know you're getting a lot of junk mail if you're getting on Medicare. I know that's confusing, and I know the more you read, the confuser you get. That's what people tell me. So here's what we know about Medicare. There's an A and a B, a hospital and a medical. Basically, I like to think about it like this: inpatient, outpatient. It's pretty simple. A and B. Now, Medicare covers a lot of your expenses, but there's potentially tens of thousands of dollars with no cap of what they may not cover, which is why you need to look at some insurance programs, and we're going to talk about a couple different paths that you can go down. But before we even do that, before you can make that choice, you have to get signed up for Medicare. So if you take Social Security already, you're automatically, about 3 months before you turn 65, you're going to get a card in the mail from Medicare. That's your red, white, and blue card, we call it. And you'll be able to use that at your birth month of when you turn 65. But if you're not on Social Security yet, and you've delayed it for any reason, it has no bearing on when you take your Social Security, but if you're not working anymore, you need to get some coverage for the month you turn 65. Your Medicare A and B will start the first day of the month you turn 65. So 3 months prior to that, you need to sign up. We can help you with that. There are links on our webpage to forms that you can fill out. There's a link straight to the government site where you could sign yourself up. And if you have work insurance, and if you've delayed getting on Medicare, worked past your 65th birthday, there's an extra form that you'll need to sign and have your HR people sign, and we've got that for you as well. So here's the bottom line though. We can point you in the right direction, we can help you, but we cannot do it for you. Let me be really clear about this. We cannot sign you up for A and or B Medicare. You have to do that. We can direct you, but you do it. We've actually had people that thought we were going to do it. They misunderstood, so I'm making it really clear. We don't do that. We just direct you in the right direction. So you've got your A and B Medicare. It's a few months before your birth month. Maybe we're not even to the 3 month prior, which is when you sign up for A and B Medicare. We're maybe a few months ahead of that. You've watched our videos. How can we help you? What can we do to help you? Well, what we can do is be your local agent. We're here for future customer service needs. We're here to help you discern and understand what all that junk mail means and what plans are going to actually be good. And some of them are great, some of them are not worth their salt. And by the way, I'm required by the law, by government mandate now, to tell you that I don't sell every Medicare plan available, and you can find them all on Medicare.gov and 1-800-Medicare. But of course, if you want to kind of depend on that and calling those people and getting their help, I'm not going to advise that. I'm going to advise you actually sit down with a local agent and let us help you. Why? Because we've seen people make huge mistakes just kind of trying it on their own. So let us help you find the right choice for you, look at all your options, make sense of it all. In the future, help you with claims. You know what? You're seeing a lot of TV commercials these days, whether you're turning 65 or maybe you've been on Medicare for a while. You see these TV commercials and they're saying, give us your zip code and we'll give you this and we'll give you that. Well, guess what? If they're throwing it in the kitchen sink, usually there's a catch somewhere. Some plans, believe it or not, work better than others in our neighborhood. And these guys that are selling you these plans, they may be down. Can I be honest with you? I have a friend that sells Medicare plans. He gets paid when he sells you a plan, and he's a super nice guy, but he gets paid one time. Can I be real transparent? When you take a plan with us, we get paid, not by you, but by the insurance companies, a few dollars every month for as long as you have the plan. Why is that important to you? Because when we're done, you're going to have a magnet on your refrigerator where you can always call us. We always return our business calls the next day, the same day or the next business day. And my girls are specifically trained on how to answer questions. And if you ever need to speak to me, just ask for me, because we're here to help you. Do you think those guys are ever going to help you again? The people you buy it from on TV? Absolutely not. They have no financial incentive to do that like we do. And in most cases, they're not even around here. So they don't know our neighborhood. They don't know our networks. They don't know our doctors and hospitals and who takes what. So you got to be really careful about what you see on these TV commercials. And then let me wrap up with this, Mary's story. This is one of my favorite customer service stories because Mary, 74-year-old widow, had got a bill from the hospital for $19,000. She called the hospital. They said she owed it. She called the insurance company. They said she owed it. Then she called me. Now, she should have called me first, but she called me. I sat down with her and her daughter at a local restaurant in Canton. I saw the bill. I looked at it. I thought I saw the problem. I took a copy of it. I handed it to the lady at the hospital, Haywood Regional Hospital, a lady that I know because I know that she's the one that files the claims. Guess what? We called back about a week later, and I said, hey, how's Mary's bill? That $19,000. She's getting ready to set up $100 a month payments for the rest of her life on a bill that, guess what? She didn't know. She owed $195. That's all she owed. So those kinds of things, we love those stories when we can help people solve problems that you're just not going to get help from people on TV. Your friends, relatives, and neighbors may be well-meaning, but unless they have the years of experience and the thousands of customers we have, I want to earn your trust. Give us the opportunity to do that. This is the basics. I've got 2 more videos because there's 2 paths you can go on, and we'll help you to choose the right one for you. Have a great day. Hey y'all, Byron again with Smoky Mountain Group. We have a couple of choices for you. We know you're getting on Medicare. We know it's confusing. Hopefully you've watched our first video about the basics. And you know there's 2 paths that you can choose. We're going to help you find the best path for you. The first path that we're going to talk about today is called the Medicare Supplement. Now in 1991, the government standardized Medicare Supplement plans. They gave them letters A, B, C, D, all the way up to the letter N today. But since 1991, you've been able to compare apples to apples because a Plan G with one company is just like Plan G with another company. Same thing, written by the government word for word. So Plan G, though, is what you want to probably look at because it's the most comprehensive plan of all the plans out there. So how does it work? Well, Medicare itself has 80-20, meaning Medicare pays 80%, you pay 20% of the allowable amounts on anything that Medicare approves, and that's important. Facelifts, tummy tucks, Medicare's not going to cover that, you understand. But anything that Medicare approves, you're going to pay 20% of if you don't have some kind of insurance. And guess what? There's no limits to it. So guess what? If the bill's $1 million, 20%, it's a lot of money. Now, a $100 office visit, 20% is $20. You say, well, I'm not going to worry about it. But it could get really big. So you really need to consider some kind of coverage. This being very comprehensive, meaning Part B deductible. The Part B deductible is over $200 a month, a year. $200 a year. See, we're not perfect. $200 a year for the deductible. And it goes up a little bit every year. So you're going to spend the first $200, but after that, guess what? No copays. 0 copays after that. The cap for your spending is the deductible. So once you met that deductible, the 20% is covered, the hospital's covered, the nursing home is covered for rehab, not for long-term stay. That's another plan. Your doctor visits are covered. There's no copay for anything that's, again, Medicare-approved services. So you can see that's very comprehensive. Now, you do pay a monthly premium for this. They start somewhere around $100 a month. And guess what? Unfortunately, they go up every year. And you guys have seen things go up in your life. These are starting to really start to tick up. And so you got to really consider, do you want to spend $100 a month? But wait, there's more. You have to buy a Part D plan separate. Part D is your drug coverage. You say, I don't take any drugs. Well, there's penalties later in life if you add drug coverage, but you don't take it when you turn 65, or you don't have it through some employer-sponsored plan or the VA. If you add drug coverage later in life, there's going to be penalties. So even if you take no drugs, we can get you some very inexpensive drug plan that'll eliminate the penalty and have you coverage if you need it. So drug plan prices nationally average around the $45 mark. So you've got a supplement north of $100. You've got a drug plan, $35, $45, $55. Add that together, you've got about $2,000 a year out of your pocket when you include the deductible that you're going to spend every single year. Now, once you spend that money, you got peace of mind. You're not going to have any other bills, no matter how big they get, you've got total peace of mind. So you need to consider the peace of mind plan, the Plan G, very comprehensive, consider the future, these kinds of things. And then the other thing is we've got another choice that you might like. So let's see which is right for you. Follow me on my next video and we'll go from there. Hey guys, Byron again, Smoky Mountain Group. We've got another path that you can choose. I think you might like this one, Medicare Advantage. A lot of people don't understand Medicare Advantage, but guess what? It's part of the Medicare program. You know, there's Medicare A and B we've talked about. We've talked about drug plans, Part D. This is Part C. What happens is you still pay your Part B Medicare premium. That couple $100 a month that comes out of your Social Security check, you're going to pay that no matter what. As long as you have Medicare, you have to pay for Medicare. This is part of Medicare. But you have no additional premium in most cases. In fact, most plans for almost 2 decades have had no premium. You say, how's that possible? What's the catch? The government funds these programs by taking the money they already spend on Medicare recipients, give that money to a private company who pays insurance claims for profit, and they're very efficient at it. That's why they're efficient, because they have a profit incentive. But guess what? They can give you extra benefits because they're efficient with the money they give, that the government gives them, and they have to charge you no premium. But you will have some copays. You will have networks. There's copays for virtually everything, and we'll get together and talk about those things. But guess what? Around here, we research the networks. We research the doctors and hospitals. They are actually very robust in their area. We hardly ever have a problem with networks in this area. So that's very satisfying. If you travel, you got coverage in all 50 states, and actually this plan includes coverage internationally. If you were to go on a mission trip, or if you want to go on a vacation to Europe, you're finally going to do it. You can do it and still have coverage worldwide with this type of plan. Pretty exciting. So we'll talk about that when we get together. What are the copays? What's the right balance for you, and what's going to be the best fit for you? Part D, drug coverage. Most people need it if they don't have it from an employer-sponsored retirement plan or the VA. And if that's you, we'll make sure you get the right plan that has drug coverage included at no extra premium as well. So, free extras. This is what you're seeing a lot about on TV and advertisements. Your neighbors are talking about dental plans, vision plans, hearing plans, gym memberships. It goes on, the kinds of stuff that they're giving you. That seems like, again, they're giving you the kitchen sink. You got to be leery of some of that stuff, to be honest with you. So we research it again to make sure that we can make the best recommendations that are going to be the best fit for you. Does that make sense? So, give backs and rebates. Sometimes you're hearing about this. Give us your zip code and we'll tell you if we can give you some money back. You say, how can that be? Well, some of that's legit, but if they give you some money back, they're going to have to raise some copays probably somewhere else. But there's a fine balance. Sometimes that's worth doing. And we can show you those different choices in the mix. And guess what? A 12-month trial period. If any time the first 12 months when you try a Medicare Advantage plan, you're not completely satisfied, you can go to a traditional Medicare supplement, leaving your Medicare plan, no questions asked. No health questions, no penalties, no anything for trying this for the first year. And guess what? We have some people that do choose that, but the vast majority don't. In fact, the government is predicting in their own statistics that this year or the beginning of next, more than half of people on Medicare will be on Medicare Advantage plans. It's becoming an extremely popular plan, and the government is actually making it better and better. Here's the bottom line. You could take the money that you're not paying in premiums for a supplement. You could potentially take some of this give back money. That could add up to $2,000 or even $3,000 a year, and you could make those copays. Here's what my wife and I have talked about. I will be on Medicare one day just like you. It's a few years, but I'll be there. If I was choosing today, I think I'd choose this one. This is looking gooder and gooder. We've got thousands of people that we've helped with this. My mom and dad are on Medicare Advantage plans. They have been for 10 years. In fact, if you look at the premiums my mom and dad have saved in the last 10 years, it's over $50,000 in premiums they've saved when they left their Medicare supplement. So you've got some choices to make. We want to help you with those choices. Watch the rest of the video. Give us a call when you're done. Jot down your questions. We'll get together and find the best path for you to take. We appreciate the opportunity to serve you and meet your needs, and we do this long term. We've been at it for 26 years. Over 5,000 members that we've helped. We call them members because they're like family members to us, mostly through word of mouth. We're going to take care of you too. Appreciate you. Y'all have a great day.